Imagine the comforting aroma of freshly baked bread filling your kitchen, the soft, pillowy clouds of mashed potatoes plated before you, steam rising from a bowl of perfectly cooked rice. These scenes may conjure memories of warmth and satisfaction, yet for many, they also trigger a familiar dread. The inevitable energy crash, the creeping brain fog, the guilty pang that follows an indulgence in carbohydrates. What if I told you that the secret to enjoying these staples lies not in eliminating them, but in transforming the way you consume them? Over the next few thousand words, we will explore a scientifically grounded, deeply practical approach that empowers you to savor your favorite carb-rich meals without succumbing to sugar highs or energy slumps. You will discover the science behind each technique, hear how traditional cultures have unwittingly perfected these methods over centuries, and learn simple, everyday habits that nutritionists from Cornell, Harvard, and Johns Hopkins employ to maintain balanced blood sugar. This article is not about deprivation or restrictive diets. It is about reclaiming pleasure and performance through smart eating. The widespread fear of carbohydrates ignores a crucial nuance. It is not the carbohydrates themselves that betray us, but the way we introduce them to our bodies. Consider a lone slice of white bread descending into your digestive tract. It acts like a sugar missile, rapidly converting to glucose and flooding your bloodstream. The result is a surge of insulin, a subsequent drop in blood sugar, and a cascade of hunger signals that leave you reaching for more carbs. Yet, when you serve that same slice alongside protein, healthy fats, or fiber, the narrative changes completely. Protein instructs your body to release digestive enzymes at a controlled pace. Fats create a protective layer that slows enzymatic action on starches, and fiber swells in your gut to trap sugars for gradual release. The difference between eating carbs alone and pairing them with these macronutrients can mean cutting post-meal blood sugar spikes by nearly half, according to research published in the journal Diabetes Care. To illustrate, imagine spreading almond butter on your toast instead of jam. The protein and monounsaturated fats in almond butter temper the bread's glycemic impact, keeping your energy steady and craving at bay. Or picture stirring a cup of black beans and chopped spinach into rice. The fiber in beans, along with the leafy greens, transforms a simple bowl of rice into a balanced, nutrient-dense meal. Even humble baked potatoes become neutralized when topped with cottage cheese and steamed broccoli. These combinations are not trendy fads, but time-tested strategies rooted in physiology and validated by science. By routinely pairing carbohydrates with protein, healthy fats, and fiber, you can neutralize their blood sugar spikes, unlock more sustained energy, and reclaim the joy of eating foods you love. While macronutrient pairing offers a powerful immediate defense against sugar surges, the order in which you consume different foods can amplify your results even further. Ancient culinary traditions have long served salads before the main course, cheese after fruit, or pickles before rice, intuitively recognizing that a fiber-rich or protein-rich starter prepares the digestive system for starches. Modern research confirms this wisdom. Diabetic patients who consume their carbohydrates at the end of a meal, after vegetables, proteins, and fats, exhibited significantly lower postprandial blood sugar and insulin levels than those who ate carbohydrates first. The sequence matters because fiber-rich vegetables trigger the release of gut hormones such as GLP-1, which slows gastric emptying and primes your pancreas to moderate insulin secretion. Proteins and fats further enhance this gut-brain axis, signaling satiety and fine-tuning your body's metabolic response. To translate this into your everyday life, imagine beginning your dinner with a vibrant salad adorned with cucumber, bell peppers, and leafy greens, dressed in olive oil and lemon. As you move on to the main course, you savor grilled salmon drizzled with avocado oil and roasted asparagus. Only after you have enjoyed these plates do you allow yourself a moderate portion of pasta or a slice of bread. By the time you reach your savory starch, your digestive system is enveloped in a gel-like barrier of fiber, and your insulin response is primed for a gentle, sustained glucose release rather than an abrupt spike. This strategy requires no calorie counting, macros tracking, or meal replacement shakes, only awareness of the natural order your body craves and a willingness to honor it. Beyond the immediate consequences of energy crashes and brain fog, frequent sugar spikes wage a silent war within your body that undermines long-term health. Chronic elevations in blood glucose can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where your cells become less responsive to insulin signaling, forcing your pancreas to churn out ever larger quantities of the hormone. Over time, this relentless pressure exhausts pancreatic function and lays the groundwork for type 2 diabetes. Meanwhile, excess glucose molecules bind to proteins like collagen in a process called glycation, forming advanced glycation end products, AGEs, that stiffen blood vessels, accelerate skin aging, promote inflammation, and degrade the structure of critical tissues. Your liver, sensing sugar overload, packages the surplus into triglycerides that become visceral fat, the dangerous adipose tissue that wraps around internal organs, secreting inflammatory compounds linked to heart disease, stroke, and certain cancers. Moreover, sustained hyperglycemia impairs immune function. Studies from Johns Hopkins University have demonstrated that high blood sugar levels can reduce white blood cell activity for hours after a meal, compromising your ability to fend off pathogens. A single week of repeated sugar highs can suppress immune responses by more than half, leaving you vulnerable to infections precisely when your body is tasked with digesting and metabolizing floodwaters of glucose. On the neurological front, rapid fluctuations in blood sugar can disrupt neurotransmitter balance, depleting serotonin and dopamine levels, which may manifest as mood swings, anxiety, and cognitive fog. Yet, every spike you prevent is a victory for your health, a small but cumulative investment in your longevity. If macronutrient pairing and meal sequencing are your defensive lines, post-meal movement represents an offensive tactic you already own: your own muscle tissue. When you contract your muscles, whether through a brisk walk, stair climbing, or a few minutes of bodyweight exercises, you activate GLUT4 transporters on muscle cell membranes. These transporters function like emergency drawbridges, pulling glucose from the bloodstream into muscle cells for immediate use, entirely bypassing the need for insulin. A meta-analysis in the journal Sports Medicine confirmed that just 10 minutes of moderate intensity activity within 30 minutes of eating can reduce blood sugar peaks by up to 30%. This approach is so potent that insulin-dependent diabetics often find their required insulin dosage decreases when they integrate post-meal movement into their routines. Consider setting a timer for 25 minutes after your last bite. When it chimes, rise and move for 10 minutes. A walk around your neighborhood, a dance to your favorite song, or simple lunges and arm circles in your living room will suffice. The goal is not to break a sweat, but to engage large muscle groups in a rhythmic contraction that transforms those surging sugars into fuel rather than culprits. Beyond blood sugar management, this small habit invigorates your circulation, sharpens mental focus, and breaks the cycle of post-meal lethargy that derails productivity. Even between meals, you can harness clever food science hacks to keep your blood sugar in check. Enter the vinegar trick. Apple cider vinegar and other vinegars rich in acetic acid temporarily inhibit the enzyme alpha amylase, which is responsible for breaking down complex carbohydrates into glucose. In one randomized crossover trial from the Journal of Diabetes Research, participants who consumed 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar before a starchy meal exhibited blood sugar spikes 34% lower than when they ate the same meal plain. You need not drown your meals in vinegar. Just a splash in your snack or salad dressing suffices. For instance, toss popcorn with a drizzle of balsamic and a pinch of sea salt, or mix a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar into your morning yogurt bowl. This simple habit transforms even carbohydrate-rich snacks into blood sugar-friendly options. Moreover, embracing resistant starches, found in cooled potatoes, rice, and legumes, can further dampen glycemic responses. When cooked starches cool, their molecular structure reorganizes into a form that resists enzymatic digestion in the small intestine, instead reaching the colon intact where it ferments into short-chain fatty acids that feed beneficial gut bacteria and improve insulin sensitivity. Think chilled potato salad, cold rice bowls, or bean-based soups, cooled and then gently reheated. These preparations harness the power of food chemistry to turn ordinary staples into metabolic assets. No discussion of blood sugar would be complete without acknowledging the supporting roles of hydration and certain botanicals. Dehydration concentrates blood glucose, making it more challenging for your body to transport sugars to cells. Drinking water consistently throughout the day and before and after meals ensures optimal blood volume and efficient glycemic control. Meanwhile, herbs and spices such as cinnamon, fenugreek, berberine, and Gymnema sylvestre have all demonstrated in clinical studies their capacity to improve insulin sensitivity or slow carbohydrate digestion. A daily sprinkle of Ceylon cinnamon in your oatmeal or coffee, or a supplement of standardized berberine extract, can complement your core strategies for an added metabolic edge. This comprehensive approach may seem like a lot to remember, but it boils down to a simple philosophy. Embrace carbs with intention. Start by auditing one meal each day. Determine how you can pair your starch with protein, fat, and fiber. Reorder your plate to honor your digestive system's needs, and plan a short bout of movement after you eat. Over time, these adjustments will become automatic, woven seamlessly into your culinary rituals. You will notice steadier energy, fewer cravings, and a newfound freedom to enjoy foods you once feared. Gone will be the guilt-laden bites and the punishing energy crashes. Instead, every meal becomes an opportunity to nourish your body and delight your senses. As you internalize these habits, consider sharing your journey with friends or family, cooking together and experimenting with new pairings, sequences, and snack hacks. Celebrate small victories, a dessert that no longer sends you into an afternoon slump, a dinner party in which you savor every bite without regret. Track your progress. Note changes in energy levels, sleep quality, mood, and even waist circumference. These tangible rewards will reinforce your commitment and reveal just how transformational mindful carbohydrate consumption can be. So tonight, when you gather around the dinner table, approach that breadbasket with confidence rather than caution. Layer a few slices of avocado and turkey on your roll, chop roasted veggies for a colorful prelude, and plan a short stroll after dessert. Tomorrow morning, stir seeds into your yogurt, sequence your omelette and toast mindfully, and sprinkle cinnamon on your morning oats. Step by step, you will master the art of balanced eating, turning carbohydrates from adversaries into allies. Carbs are neither saint nor sinner. They are fuel, culture, and comfort. By reframing the way we consume them, pairing wisely, sequencing thoughtfully, and moving purposefully, we reclaim both metabolic health and culinary pleasure. Here ends the beginning of your journey towards stable blood sugar, sustained energy, and uninhibited enjoyment of all the carbs you love. Embrace these insights, experiment in your kitchen, and share your discoveries. Your body will reward you with vitality, resilience, and a renewed passion for food.